Hi, I'm Raquel, and this is Law Librarian Plans. Today, I will be decorating my fitness planner spread for the week of August 18th. Let's get started. I have chosen the fitness sticker book by Rongrong. This was the second one that she published under her own brand. I also have the autumn and winter box sticker collection for where I need my boxes, some icons from Proud Sticker Designs and Planner Kate, and I also brought in the dated neutral sticker book by Mojo Jojo Plans, as well as the neutral boxes just in case we need them. All right, let's get started. For this one, I am actually going to remove the pages. I find it much easier to work with the pages off. I think it's because of its location in my Franklin planner, where it's near the back and it's much thicker on the other side. Just a little bit easier to take those pages off the book. All right, let's do a space check here. I think we're in good shape. So let's get started. So the way I decorate this spread, for those of you who have not seen my fitness spreads before, is I use the top section as a decorative section. The middle section here, this first middle section, is where I record some health stuff. I used a food log exactly as a food log. And then in the exercise section lately, I've been focusing more on wins rather than particular exercises. So I will record my wins. Sometimes it is exercise. Sometimes it's I went on a 45-minute walk, which was great. And sometimes it's just I cook dinner at home. Um, so this book is very well loved. I have, you can see I have it with a clip because I am using it a lot, or I have used it a lot, but it still has a lot of life, and especially now the way I'm decorating this planner, I find it that it's a little bit easier to use up more of these stickers. So I'm going to turn this page upside down, sorry about that, and that's only so that I can put this sticker nice and straight here on this sidebar. So if you are a fitness planner like me, or have been a fitness planner for a long time, you probably have realized that Happy Planner has not issued any more fitness planners. They have they have some fitness sticker books left, but that's about it. They pretty much have decided to not focus on fitness anymore and only do wellness. So I think I have this planner that I'm finishing up, which you can see it's a redated planner. I picked it up last year when I first heard rumors about Happy Planner getting rid of fitness planners. And then I have a very old uh, box set. I had used one of the months and then decided I didn't like using it again, put it aside, use something else. But I have 11 months of that, and I have an extension, a 6-month extension that I'm going to cobble together for next year. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the way I use the boxes on that very old one, which had like 5 boxes for food. It took up like that much of the page and so forth. So you'll have to stick around to see how I do it. But I've decided, I'm gonna make that one go, and then after that, I don't know. So if you've been exploring the options that are out there and have found something that you're like, this is great, especially discount, let me know, because I'm gonna be on the hunt for a fitness planner for 2027, which I think is kind of crazy that I'm saying that, but that is the way it is. So yeah, so I'm gonna need something a new planner for that year, because no more Happy Planner fitness planners by then. It makes me very sad. The fitness planner was my first planner from Happy Planner. I did not have a regular planner. I had a fitness planner that I found. I was at Michael's doing something completely different and saw the fitness planners on one of what they call the drive aisles or the run aisle, something like that, where it's just basically it's an aisle in the middle of everything. It's not one of their standard aisles, and it was a box set, and it was a whole bin full of them. And I thought, oh well, I'm starting my fitness, my fitness journey. This was in 2016. I need to work out more. I need to blah 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 blah. The usual thing. And so I picked it up, and that was my very very first Happy Planner. I did not pick up a regular Happy Planner. It was my first catch-all until like November of that year. No, not November of that year. Yeah, around November. Whenever that same year, so that was 2016, whenever they released the planners for that year, that's when I picked up the regular one. And the rest is history. I'm pretty much, it's the primary brand I use. I have, you know, um branched out a little bit lately, but you know, I've always had happy planners in my rotation, discount planners. I've tried other kinds of planners and found that, you know, I would give up mid-year because I just really did not enjoy them. Found it difficult to work with other things. I'm going to take the sticker book apart, take the little clip off because it's making it very hard for me to go through the pages. So what I want to do is I'm going to set aside the pages that have things that could be deco-ish. I'm not going to use the boxes. Okay, that has deco-ish stuff. Yep. So I'm going to try to do that. Okay, deco, deco, deco. I already used a quote. I might not. Well, I might use another quote. I'm not going to put any more girls because I have all those girls on the side. There, there, and there. Okay, that makes it so much easier to have everything that you're going to pull from together. And I do have another one of these books in my basement where I keep my back stock. So I'll be pulling that at some point. But let's see. I want to use one of those outfits over here, like so. And the point here is just to fill this up with decoration in that top box. That's the whole purpose of that box for me. And I enjoy looking at that every day. So there's that. Let's put a whole like nice bowl here for a meal, a breakfast bowl. Okay. I may end up moving some stickers. We'll see. I'm going to use boxing gloves over on here, like so. Then let's use one of these weights over here, filling up this corner. So this is what I mean. I try to fill the boxes as much as possible. I'm going to use one of these green juice drinks here. Okay. Then let's see. Let's use a sneaker. No, let's use a watch over here. Let's use this bag. Maybe I'll finish a page. That would be fun. Fun to finish a page. Then I'm going to use one more girl because this one says keep going. So I think that's a good use of a girl and a quote. So we're going to move her as close as possible to the boxing glove. There we go. There we go. Then there's one sneaker. There's another sneaker. I guess I'm not using any more quotes. So let's use a hat. Here. Yeah, here. No, let's wait for the hat. I saw another. I don't want another bag. I'm trying to basically not repeat images if I can help it. I have a get up and go. I like that a lot. Let me use a sports bra next. Over on this side. There was a green one at some point. I must have used it. It's like it's not gonna fit unless I move the green bag. And the green bag shouldn't be next to the green gloves anyway. So we're gonna move that with a little bit of patience and love and understanding. There we go. And now this sports bra can go here. It barely fits, but it fits. And then the bag fits right next to it, like so. Fabulous. Okay. What else do we have? I already put a weight over on this side. I did have a cap. Let's see if that cap. I don't like that cap. I don't know what it is about the cap, but it's not. Oh, headphones. Okay. Some headphones. Let's put the headphones here where we have a lot of space. Now I think the cap works. Where did I put it? Okay, the cap, that kind of purplish cap, fills that space nicely. And then what else do we have? We have this whole place here. Ooh, nope. A watch and a watch. No, no, not two things at the same space. I could use a yoga mat. Um, hmm. Let me see of the other ones that I set aside. Oh, I have these, but these are more phrases. So I'm gonna, whoops, a workout tracker falls out of nowhere. Okay, I must have taken it out. None of those. And all of these have words. Um, Now we're getting to the point where I don't want to duplicate anything I have on the page. I guess I can put these sneakers. Do I have the green ones? So there's these sneakers, purple. Oh, there's a pair of ones that have green because there's a lot of purple going on here. So I'll take this pair right here and put them there. Take up a lot of room, which is great. Okay. And here we ended up with this weird linear thing that I don't absolutely love. So the question is, do I have anything that will fit in that space? Yeah, I don't love how that ended up happening. So let's see. Kind of like that arm with the watch, even though we have a watch somewhere else. So if I were to remove this, because we have so much green on this side, I'm probably going to end up with more green, but let's take out this one right now. Just a little bit of patience, and there it goes. I'm gonna remove the backing up from this page so that I can put the green sticker there, the one that I just removed from the page. This one is not being as cooperative as they usually are, so the stickers are trying to come with a backing, but that's okay. It makes it so much easier to work with those clear stickers when the backing is off. Except this one doesn't want to stick back there. Okay. So now I took that one out. So now I have this arm that I can fit here, like so. And it doesn't look quite as blocky as it was looking just a minute ago. I do have a sweater. I have a different watch. I have a different bag. Oh, I can use a different bag. And let's see, just looking through these and seeing what sort of strikes my fancy. Many of them have words, so I'm trying to avoid more words. I'm trying to avoid making it linear. I'm trying to avoid repeating stuff. I'm trying to avoid everything. So and I already put keep going there, so that doesn't help. And I have time to sweat again with the arm. What are we gonna fit there? We're gonna move on, and I need to find something that works. I'm going to put a treat yourself sticker and call it a day because it fits in the spot. It doesn't look quite as linear. And yes, it's another word thing, but it works. All right. That filled in that space very well. So we're good for there. So now the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to go back to the functional ones and see if there's a box, a writing box that does not say goals, although I could cut it. Maybe I'll do that. Let's see. The well-loved book. Very, very well loved. All right. Planning, you got this. I love these tennis squirrels, but I don't know why I haven't used them more. All right, I think I'm going to cut this box. That's what I'm going to do. So let me grab my scissors, and I may regret it some other time, but then again, I have another one of these books, so I will probably find that and bring it upstairs before I need to use it again, before it comes under rotation. So that is going to go here. And this is where I put my check-in. for the week. So I like to write a little summary of how did the week go, what I did I, meet my goals, that sort of thing. All right, so let's put this one back. And then we have a lot of space here on the left side that we need to decorate. So let's see if I can find a good long sticker. I love this sticker a lot, but it's not big enough for the space. And I kind of want to save it. So strange. Such a strange thing to say. All right. And I do use these longer boxes. I just lately they haven't quite fit with my idea of what I want to do, so that's why I haven't used them. I think I'm going to use one of the tennis girls. I have plenty of room for one of the tennis girls, so why not? Oh, that one's even bigger, that pink one. That basically it says your weight may fluctuate, but your worth will not. I think that's it's a very nice message right there. Okay, let's see if we can get this girl even remotely straight so that she's standing straight and not a bit crooked. Again, let's try it one more time. There's enough room I can put another quote sticker here, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to put another quote sticker. But first I'm going to put my check-in word. And I'm going to put that here so that I know how much space I actually have. Okay, so check-in goes there. I'll show you the sheet in a moment. Let's see. I love it when a book is well used. I think it makes me very happy to, say, okay, I use this. It has a lot of remembering today, to do, to buy. Not quite, there's a meal plan. I don't meal plan here. So there's a few stickers that I don't use. I've used them in the past, the meal planning, but they don't fit with how I use the planner now. So that's why they're staying there. All right, so let's go back here. Ooh, that's always a good one. Sweat, smile, and repeat. So let's find. This is my third video today, and at this point I have actually, my tools are all over the place. So sweat, smile, repeat. Let's see if it fits. I think it does. Yes, it does. Fabulous. Perfect. Okay, sweat, smile, repeat. So we filled out that sidebar. That's good. So usually I use the goal stickers, the goals to check-ins and win stickers from Proud Sticker Design. Since this says fitness goals, I don't have to use goals this week. I am going to put a win sticker down here. And the wins, as I said, is basically me writing one thing I did good for my health and fitness that day. And whether it's a exercise, whether it's I ate well, whether it's, I slept well, that sort of thing. I usually fill the page the next day. So that's how this one plays out. When I reserve this page for now, and then I'm going to do functional stickers next on the top here. And for that, I have 3 sticker sheets. I have Q1602 by Proud Sticker Designs, which is the sleep icons, and Q1501, which are also from Proud Sticker Designs. They are the bottle icons. So let's go ahead and use those first. My little bottles. And I am trying to track how much water I drink. I don't get thirsty. I could go a whole day without drinking water and not get thirsty. So I do eat fruit, and I eat some foods that have a lot of hydration in them, but I really want to drink, make sure that I actually drink enough water because it's good for you for a lot of different things. So this is, my reminder to, when I'm filling it in the morning, when I'm filling it for the night before, I see the bottle. I'm like, okay, that's a good reminder. And then I try to have things filled up so that, I can get to my goal. My goal is 6. So usually when I get to work, I fill up a water bottle. I usually drink a bottle of hint water, which has flavor, but no artificial anything. No, nothing. Just basically it has a flavor to it. and it's quite nice. So I try to drink one of those. I do count my coffee in the morning because I drink a lot of milk with my coffee. I make an iced latte or a hot latte in the winter. And then that usually gets me to 6. And some days I get to a lot more, and that's great. All right, next I'm going to use these Planner Kate glucometers. This is BW156 in case you're interested. And I monitor my blood sugar. I'm currently at a good level, but since that's a tendency that I have, I'm diabetic tendency, I check every day. So I don't have a continuous glucose monitor or anything like that. I don't need anything um, of that sort, given that I have my sugar under control. Um, but I was never very high anyway, so it's good. It's all good. So I keep monitoring to keep it where it is, which is in the good numbers. And there's a lot of diabetes in my family, so I'm trying to, you know, not to spend most of my adult or late adult years healthy. All right, one there and one there. Okay, and then the sleep icon. And I that's another thing that I'm challenged by sleep. I My goal is to get at least 6 hours of sleep. If I get 7 or 8, I am overjoyed. I haven't slept more than 8 hours since probably college. So I don't ever expect, if I get more than 7 hours, I'm overjoyed. So, and I do wear a Fitbit, but I like to see it in paper, and and you pay attention to other things, right? So the Fitbit will just tell me a number, but here when I look at it and I see, oh, I only slept 4 hours, but I ate something I probably shouldn't have had for dinner. Um, I'm like, oh, I wonder if that had an effect on my sleep. So, you know, that's how I played that for myself. All right, so we are almost done. We're done with the decorating. Now I'm going to see if I can find some boxes for the bottom for my wins. And actually, this book also has checklists, which I like to use here just to give myself a little bit of structure there. Does this have bullet points? It does not have bullet points, only checklists. I'm going to see if this is an autumn book, which is very dark, but some of the greens and the purples here seem to me like would be good colors to go with the greens and the purples in this set. So yeah, I think I'm going to use this. Okay. Um, let's see. And this is from Rongrong. I like a medium-sized box so that I have enough room. So we're going to start with this one. These boxes are also a tiny, tiny, tiny bit wider than than 1.5. I think these are 1.5. These might be a little bit narrower. But anyway, these are narrower than the standard Happy Planner boxes. So we're going to see how well these work here. Okay, so I just have to, cozy them up a little bit more than I would like. All right, so there's a green one. Let me find a purple one that's similar to that, maybe. I'm pulling from all the different sets in here. Oh, there's also this color, this maroony color, which would work if I can find a big enough box. Okay, that turned more brown than maroon. Okay, I'm still looking for the purple boxes of the correct size. I can use this tan maybe. Yeah, I'm getting very bummed out that I'm not finding. All right, this is a maroony color that doesn't bother me, so I'm going to grab one of those. I'm going to start putting them on the side of the table so that I can access them a little bit easier later. There's navy, which I saw navy at some point, but I don't see any on this spread. I'm going to pull, sorry about that. I'm going to pull this lighter greenish color. I go back to that green. I'm going to pull that. I'm going to pull both of the greens of these, the light and the dark green. Then find that other maroon box that I just pulled. Okay. And then that leaves me with one more box that I need. And I like this size because it's big enough for what I want to write. Um, if I go any smaller, I won't have any room. So, oh, what a bummer about the purple box. I really wanted a purple box or two. Well, I could do sticker surgery. Maybe I'll do that. Let's see if I can find a suitable purple box to cut up. I'm seeing the long boxes too. All right, let me place these boxes first. I do need to find one more box, so I'm gonna find that neutral that I liked. Okay, and use that. All right, so let's do neutral goes here. Then here, I will say when they are tight in the box. Oh, see, it's definitely a lot bigger um, than the space. See if I can move these and make more room. Move the word wins for a minute. Lift it up. Okay. So then I'm going to start with the green and I'm going to start it a little bit into the box like so, or rather place this one as centered as possible and then work around it. All right. Because it's definitely a tiny, tiny bit bigger. There we go. Then the dark green right next to it like so. And yes, it's going to be under the word wins, but that's okay. Should have used the other boxes, but I wanted to use the boxes from the same creator, from Rongrong. So, all right. So now there's that. Then comes that light green again. I'll put it on top so that I don't like end up so far off on the right. Oops, that is so crooked. Um, these are nice and thick. That's what I love about these stickers. So that's another reason why I wanted to use them. It's because they're nice. They have a nice feel to them. So it's a shame not to use them because they're just a tiny bit too big. All right, and then the maroon, and then really, really wish I had that purple. That purple would have been perfect, but the purple didn't come in the right size. Okay, let's string this out like so. All right, so now we have our boxes, and then I'm going to go through that book again and see if I can find, what do you call them? These is what I want. So the checklist stickers. And yep, that's the one. And they don't go all the way to the bottom, and that's fine too. But I don't like to have the space bare. Often I leave it bare because I can't find anything else, but if I can fill it, I will. And then I think that light color, is that the light color too? Yeah, it is. Wonderful. All right. This gives it a little bit more color. It also gives it a little bit more structure. So, I'll probably write breakfast next to that dot, lunch here and dinner here, that sort of thing. Okay. I really, really wish I had a purple box because the purple would have been great, but it wasn't meant to be. Okay. So let's put this one down like so. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to decoratively date this because this this planner, as I said, is a 2024 planner. So I managed to grab it on Mercari sometime last year. And I'm glad I did because there's nothing on Mercari right now. I've looked and absolutely nothing. And I find Mercari people tend to be a little bit more reasonable. Not always. There's still a lot of, oh, this is rare, so I'm gonna, you know, charge you a ton more than what I paid for it. And I don't mind recovering and charging a little bit more because you do pay fees and stuff like that when you sell online. But I also don't really love so much when then it becomes a, oh, I'm gonna make some money out of this because, not cool. not cool to do to your, to the fellow people in the planner community. All right, now I'm trying to find where those boxes came from so that I can find the matching. Yep, there we go. I found the matching checklists. So anyway, so definitely please, if you use a fitness planner now, let me know what you're using. I'm especially looking for disc bound. I don't like a planner that has a ton of stuff on it because frankly, most of the time it's stuff I don't track. I make my own trackers for exercise and for measurements and things like that. So anything that, that has sections like this, not necessarily the same size sections, or maybe just plain columns. If there's a planner out there that just has like plain long columns, that would be amazing because then I can divide it up in whatever way I see fit. So let me know what you're finding out there in the marketplace, as inquiring minds want to know. Only one I'm looking for now is that tan one that matches that tan box that I used there. So let's see. I want to say it was near the front of the book. There we go. So it will be some. Like so. And we'll see if they fit the same way on the other side, because what I've noticed is that these, on some of the pages, the numbers are not exactly matched up. Or not the numbers, excuse me. The top of the page doesn't exactly match up. And so the stickers stick out of the page. And I can see the numbers. I don't know if you can, but I can see the existing numbers behind my new color numbers. So I'm going to take these off and I'm going to white out all of it, because I'm also going to put a day of the week if I can find one. I know there's one that fits the narrow space. So I hope. Let's start not doing it and see what happens. So see if I line these up. These actually are good. I think this is the first one I've seen so far that it matched up correctly in terms of the space on the top. All right, there we go. So now I screwed up last month and I moved the first week of August into the July to finish up the month of July because I wasn't paying attention. And then I had to scramble to try to find another fitness layout page, like a blank one that I could use for that reason. So I think that's why my dates are really off. Not just a day off like they normally would be. Okay, 20, 21, 22, 22, 21. I'm so glad these fit because that was going to make me very unhappy to have to trim all of these. And then 24. And then we're going to find the corresponding days of the week, which are, oh, these fancy ones. How fabulous. They're okay. They don't bother me. But I got to find the days. Okay. So this is August. So I'm going to grab an August sticker and I like the little sticker. Oh, I'm running out of white out. Okay. I have to find another white out in the stash. Okay, August. And then let me find the days of the week. Should be in here somewhere. Yeah, see, these are the stacked ones, and I don't like the stacked dates. Okay, where's the other page of days of the week? Ah, there they are. So yeah, these are the stacked ones, which are not going to be great. Oh, wait, no, found them. Okay. Phew, not the stacked ones. All right. So Monday. And for some reason, I don't know, maybe it's my eyes tricking me, but I think the day stickers cover the days better than the number stickers cover the numbers, if that makes any sense. Maybe because they're tiny, and so I'm not seeing them as well. So I do like the stacked days. They don't fit in, especially in this planner. They don't fit in some of the layouts as well. Okay, that one's covering the sneaker a little bit. We're going to have to just forgive and forget. Thursday. Okay, I think this moved a little bit. My apologies for that. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, that 22 is so crooked. Oh my gosh, I gotta fix that. Saturday. I must have closed my eyes when I was putting that down. And then Sunday. I'm gonna fix that 22, we'll fix that Friday, and then we will call this a day. Okay, let's see. All right, excuse me while I flip the page. Take that 22 off the page completely. I'm gonna fix the various issues here. Fix that one. Plenty of room here. This Thursday is completely crooked. I'm gonna straighten that out like so. And I'm gonna get that girl's hair out from under it and over it. So I'd rather see her hair. And then the 24 is straight. So I think what I'll do is, first of all, I'll straighten this a little bit and move it a little bit like so. Then move that and move the girl's hair and have the girl's hair cover the letter Y rather than the letter Y cover her hair. Let's see the other ones. I think we're good. All right, that was a little bit more challenging than I thought it would be, considering everything sort of goes. But there you have it, folks. Here is my fitness spread for the week of August 18th. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching and have a great day.